stand united to try and protect them, the Orianna shields and stuff like that as well. So for Navi, if this Hen doesn't really get ahead, I really think the wheels are starting to fall off. Whereas on Fnatic side, I think you've got great options, right? Good.
Vladdy moving first as well. A little bit of health missing, but as he gets spotted out, Rilet will know he won't have his mid laner first. Paris is in harm's way. Shadow Dash comes through. Flash from Rilet, looking for the knockup. Razor gets paranoia off the Scuttle Crab though, an advantage as Shockwave is flushed away from, and Vladdy comes up to snipe the kill. Now Peyz in trouble with no mana to proceed. And they're not going to kick it in, so Rilet get first dragon of the game. It's nice where Navi want to beat Dagger. We talked a little bit about Rilet.
Same with Upset. So Navi kind of need to pull this quickly as Fnatic group up.
Upset has good damage, trying to poke out, but Navi seem to be on top of this. Drake at 3k, Paranoia flies in. It's a flash from Razok. He gets exhausted. True shot with an encore, and Razok doesn't care about sacrificing his life. As that Grim Deliverance is not enough to escape from the Navi jungler, and Vladdy sweeps them all up.
Over the wall, so immediately you lose the control of that choke point. And he's the
possession because of how they've played this early game. You know, it feels like they respect the Bazooka Navi composition, and they're now going to bring out the TP, the Paranoia as well. Vladdy's been caught out. Meanwhile, on the side of our screen, TP finally going to be channeled through. It's Peyz bringing the ball in. Sandy flies on in. It needs to be a shockwave, but Sobro flashes out before it can be executed. Peyz holds on as Sobro gets out, if only just Manta coming in, holding the equalizer as well. Razork uses ulti from afar to safeguard the escape of Fnatic, but they lose Dragon for the commitment.
Yeah, Razork just going to move top, try and take that tower instead. So will still be 2 dragons. At least Sobro didn't fall. But the TP's, I think, a little bit too deep, especially on Vladdy's side. Immediately, Navi were aware that he was there and were able to turn onto him. But Navi get dragon. Actually, will that tower on the top side go down? It's low, but Razork didn't stick around to auto-attack it, which I thought he would. Maybe just making sure that Mainter loses the wave. Just
gone.
about.
It's gone?
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. Okay, so second turret. Fnatic is about to ulti Sam D. He's in trouble. He's got 2 items, but this Kai'Sa mid with only an exhaust flashes away preemptively from the Purgatory.
He was just like, look, we're going to go for the top side instead. But Vladdy is now covering this again. Fnatic are hyper aware of what Navi are trying to do on the map.
Rilet wants to go in. He just gets whomped by Soboro, though. There's a lot of damage here out of the new Fnatic top laner as he threatens. Rilet's going to be backed off. They have full information now. As you said, this is a solo Drake. This stops the stacking, and all they'll get in return is that push in of the wave. As
they don't have enough peel tools to really deal with it, and that kind of only gets amplified with more of them as lost, but good route onto Paris.
And here comes the encore as well. It flies into Rilet, who's looking for his steal. He wants to find a Nocturne, maybe not. Grim Deliverance used. Razok into the backline, now exhausted. He's deep, but he's not dead. The damage can't find it. Marcus Sobro flies in to deal with the other 3 who are left behind. Mainta tries to commit all to Vladdy, but he too will die. Fnatic pick apart the pieces, and now with 5, Baron in their eyes.
Fnatic make it look easy, come in from multiple angles. He doesn't connect with the public execution. He just flashes in, knows he's got the damage. No.
And Mainta defending, getting the push out himself while mid continues to be sieged. Navi have given up this turret. They know they can't. Paranoia is going to be used on top of the head. Grim Deliverance from Rilet. Razok already sent, and then the public execution follow-up. Fnatic pick apart the pieces again. Well executed.
The numbers advantage they would like.
Bit of poke that is sending them away on the side of Navi. Scared of this Ezreal as well as there goes Inner. Ashen Pursuit used to clear the rest of the wave.
To top lane to start pushing out that wave and just going like, okay, we're just going to try and take the bounty on the tower. Like, I do not think Navi should be trying to contest this.
What else can you do? You're right. Paranoia, though. Too far up mid-wave is Peyz. Caught out by Razok. The fear to pursue as he flashes away. There's no escape for Peyz. The autos find his Marcus Sam D. Killer instincts in, but in the middle of Fnatic, he has to find a perfect angle. Grim Deliverance not bad, though. Navi might have found that set angle. Rilet looking for the Riot. He now has it in his back pocket with the shutdown there. Fnatic have gone a bit too far this time, turning the lights off. 2 in the death. It's Upset and Lost Bar. Dragon's going to go to Navi. Execution, maybe some kills. An objective bounty awaits for Navi. Razok from the wing. No Paranoia. No flash to get in. This Dragon is gone. Objective bounty.
Especially this separated. Paris will at least get a ward, but I think it'll be gone before Rilet can even get there. Yeah, they're just going to back away.
Paranoia just in case as well. That's not used for a target. That's used to keep Navi away. Baron number 2 goes to Fnatic. They still hold control in this game as Paris tries to get an angle over the wall. Trisha Barrage dodged away from. Red buff is the defense that Rilet manages quite easily. Navi still looking for an angle, but Fnatic are not willing to give it to them this time.
Yeah, they just want Navi to have to work for these, because you can already see the push coming in on top side for Vladdy. They're having Sobro push in mid as well. So as long as
structure that Peyz has to defend their might. Here it goes. Next push coming in. Baron still has a minute 40 here. And Inhibitor turret dies. Inhibitor up next. Peyz still on the safeguard edge of dropping that ball down and finding the return. Remarkable ulti onto Bloody. He won't be there. Riot's tried to dive in, but how does he get on out now? Upsets poke imminent. Half HP for the enemy Zahen that Fnatic have to deal with. As top turret is going to be up next as they continue the siege.
They still have another 2 waves of this at least as Fnatic to try and deal with. So it feels like all these, these towers on the top side should fall as well. There is a wave that's starting to come.
Like, yo, Baron, what are they going to do? Get an inhibitor, but they can't end the game. You know, like we still have Shen, we still have Shockwave. They hold on to their tools. Manta drops the ult in the previous play, but it wasn't followed up. It wasn't over egregiously sent with all ultis just trying to fish.
And that's why I think actually cracking that top inhibitor was probably a little bit more valuable for Fnatic. But here we go.
But what are they going to do with it? They turn the lights off to dive in. Encore is going to fly in from Lost, but True Shot Rush hits Manta. He's low. Sobro targeted out. It's a one-man Shockwave, but it's enough. Grim Deliverance flies in. Riot flashes in. Ori at Rush. He's about to get into revive as well. Return, he says. It's dreaded, but Razork's able to spell shield against it as the follow-up continues on. Riot, a demon machine, flies through Summoner's Rift looking for his cooldowns with dissonance on his head. It's not over yet. Movement speed. Dreaded return. Pulls in Lospa. Peyz there to help. And a game ain't over till it's over. I'm sick of saying the damn line. There's no objectives up, but there's a hell of a lot of gold on Summoner's Rift for Na'Vi.
Na'Vi find the play off of Riot's flash in, picks off Sobro, and then as the speed ups coming through from Peyz to turn it onto. So Riot sees his moment, jumps onto Sobro, gets the pullback, Shockwave immediately to help follow up. You've got low towers that Na'Vi will have to go and defend. Manta already backing off to go for that top side, so that's the call as Paris takes a good chunk of damage with Fnatic on Baron.
Is it enough for them to pull off? Peyz walks into river with Riot. Baron is being twirled around for the time being. Paranoia turns off the lights. This won't be a steal. Encore lands on 2 as well. Public execution from Sobro. It flies onto 1 target, and it is Riot with the equalizer, cooking Fnatic alive. What an angle from Manta. Sam D is pulled in his flash to execute. Upset as well after his killer instinct. Triple down. Razork only alive, and Riot died first to pave the way for Na'Vi.
A massive shockwave from Peyz catches everyone who grouped up on Fnatic to finish off Riot. And now it's just Razork standing. Na'Vi will take some much needed gold back, but they do lose, I believe, maybe actually both of these inhibitors. You can see the top lane's already gone, or inhibitor turrets, top lane's already gone down. See here. So Fnatic don't decide to pull off. I think they could have let the minions do the work. There goes the tower. But you see Lospa gets the charm. Everyone jumps in on top of this, but watch the shockwave. 4 members. Then the equalizer. The damage rips through them as, hang on a second,
Peyz's in the middle of no man's land, but Sandy's backed him up. Gier's going to be down on Razork, and Razork's going to die as well. How he got here, I think he saw a target in Peyz, and Peyz lives down. We come back to live. Sandy's that confident, he just striked a pose. They're on the defensive path. These outers are being taken out, and it was bot, then mid, now top.
Na'Vi has to defend that top half of the map, and now it's opening up a window for Fnatic to create a point of pressure on the bottom lane.
I just realized, Dag, that Mage Eyes, is that why it's called Mage Eyes? Mage Eyes?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not gonna...
Mage's Eyes?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's... I'm just sat with that for a little bit. So, yeah, those Mage's Eyes, they're 15 stacks. Peyz's got so much AP right now, despite, again, going for a more scaling. Get uptime in fights if they get to send the ball in, Dagda. They roll in with an Ocean Soul. Becomes harder to kill. Sobro's at the front line here. Riot's looking for an angle. Equalizer layers the field. Riot flashes in. Try to return. Shockwave again. There's an execution on the back from Sobro, which looks pretty nice, but taking a while to die. Riot goes in with a defensive ulti. Razork goes in with an aggressive one, and I think I prefer his more. Sam D. Meanwhile, Renan's Valley was crazy. Riot saved his 80 carry and his core carries, and it was the right smart move to do. Elder will be started. 3 for 1 the trade. No smite to contest. Na'Vi have got this one in the bag.
Yeah, you can see Vladdy's trying to run towards cutting off some of the waves, but he decides to back off.
But Peyz having a game that his father would be proud of once again. Baron's going to go down as well, so this siege is going to be near impossible to stop. Fnatic on their last legs of the game. I said that 20. Riot getting poked out. Na'Vi uses this opportunity to go through top lane. They're going to look for inhibitor next as well. Sobro going to defend that mid wave, but Riot will keep the buffed up minions so they don't die, so they can translate this push into a mid inner turret as well, or rather inhib, excuse me. And Na'Vi, look, they're going to break open the base, but will they take a little bit more? Elder Dagger, I think it's got about a minute, maybe 30 seconds left. One more wave. Relech decides to send it in. Grim Deliverance. He's got nothing to lose. Trying to get into his GA. He disengages. Sandy already sends it in. The Shockwave helps seal the deal as well. I don't think that one landed as Paris gets poked on out, but now onto the Nexus turrets. Na'Vi have 4 members. They've got an open Nexus. Kill the damn thing. End the game. They do exactly that. As in 48 minutes, they will take this game back at the jaws of defeat.
So at least Wukong Annie, pretty staple pick and something that does very well in engaging these team fights for
he plays it.
The rest of them.
He plays it. He plays the Jax. Okay, Sobro just threw the spanner in. This is what we want to see. Top lane camera, please, observers. And thank you, Cozy Campfire for the sustain. Meanwhile, we look towards Poby and Vladdy in the mid lane. Electrocute down Poby, quick burst trades himself. Making sure Vladdy doesn't get uptime as this is a great angle. Razork's coming in the nick of time on top of Sandy's head, who might have to flash, but he gets stunned up. If Sandy flashes now, it's away, so he holds onto that summoner and dies to Razork for first blood.
Nice job by Razork. 3 cam clear into bot side immediately.
He can use Leap Strike, and he's out.
Razork's mid, though. Poby hovering towards this bottom side.
He's going to get movement speed first. Flash for flash. Poby's out for now, and the Molten Shield gives him move speed. Over the wall, Razork trying to cut the angle, but Vladdy does it instead. Double Incinerate, but Poby's still stunned by Razork. This Pantheon making magic happen for Fnatic's early game.
Razork is doing wonders. Then look for the reset and move top. Will not quite hit 6 off of this.
They lent on it, and it was a big factor in them coming back in the game with the Ocean Soul. This time, speaking of objectives, we're going to see Vladdy before going towards Grubs. He's going to use his Realm Warp towards bot. He's Polymorph first, and here's the fly in from Grand Starfall on top of the head of the 80. Carry Sandy, can't move, but Vladdy dies to a trade. Paris gets the auto down. It's not with double longsword. Grubs now in focus here as Fnatic want a piece of the pie.
Yunara doesn't have control over top, though, and they kind of like the Jax in this fight. If he's able to get there, is Polymorph keeps Razork off of Paris for the moment.
Building up the Mortal Will. Wants the enhanced Aegis Assault once again. Grub's going to be dragged over. Sobro sitting on a ward. Fnatic are in a warded brush. Poby's here with no flash, but still with stun up and available. Smite first for Razork. Just the one for now as Na'Vi group up, and Fnatic won't be able to walk back into this. It's going to be 1 for 1 at the very least. Looks like 2 here as Relech regains control.
Main turret dipped into Fog of War, so Fnatic didn't want a full contest when they didn't know where the Olaf was. He's just walking back to bot lane now to catch this wave. We should just get push in top for Na'Vi now, and then the reset to your more standard lanes.
But is this greedy? Staying for the crab. Relech is going to need some help. Loffer gets a kick, rather doesn't hit it. Smite comes through now. Flash Cyclone. It's Vladdy who's greedy. Has to flash away. Second part of the Cyclone incoming as Razork's already found the sub, but Paris is just the lure. He puts a shield on himself as Vladdy re-engages. Flash away from Paris so he doesn't spread the disease of the Rise Q, but Relech match the flash with an ulti from Paris. Relech will survive. Razork comes in for the steal, but Na'Vi using all tools to get out. It hasn't been that exciting. I don't know why it hasn't been that exciting, but there's all this little, aggression. Now with a TP, okay, hold. Maynter doesn't see this is not a control ward. He will once that ward is there. Vladdy on top, counter-strike. Ragnarok instead and looking for the 1v2. Exhaust is down, he has to fight it out. Undertow there, the flash! Ragnarok from Maynter will take the 1 for 1.
That's why you take Exhaust.
Handshake deal. But what is going to be the deal from the side of Relech right now as Dragon does go down? Is up individually, despite being down in CS because of those earlier kills. So junglers right now, you'd say that Razork's in a pretty comfortable position. Send Relech out. Vladdy, this pathing with no... What is Vladdy doing here? Maybe thinking he's confident. I don't know why. He's dead. He doesn't... I can't explain it. I can't. Your turn. Anyway. And Vladdy gives a kill back over to Na'Vi.
Oh, here comes the Razork, though.
And now going to get one back, as you said. Grand Starfall, perfectly placed. I have to say, Razork right where he needs to be every damn time.
It does help when you're on the Pantheon.
It does.
It makes it a little bit easier to get to the place you need to
when you have an ult that says, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And he was there.
Yeah.
Relech, will he be here?
Maynter doesn't have ult, though.
He does not. Ulti used by Sobro. Is this going to be his 1v2? But Smite comes down. Relech in without his ulti. Bonks him, and Olaf loves the low HP trades. He'll withstand it. Sandy finds upset. Glenn's going to use a kill onto Poby. And Sandy thought, you know what? I can kind of commit here.
Oh, TP to the bot lane.
And Poby might be caught again, even without the Pantheon ult. Poby trying to push out the wave, and He's going to use the Molten Shield, but is it enough movement speed? It is for now. Sobro brings out the Counter-Strike, Leap Strike away as well. Paris on the way in. As you said, the TP as Peyz stun, nails down Razork. They're deep in the wave, and Mainta's going to run him down. Relentless swing, not even needed as Cyclone comes back up. Such a low cooldown as Polymorph onto Sobro. He needs a way out. He wants to find a way out, but he will not be given a way out. Na'Vi is starting to punish, and Fnatic send it down bot to be only caught out.
2 kills going across to Na'Vi. Sam D should be able to clear out this wave and prevent Upset from getting much more. So they're going to be happy. I think it's first tower in the bottom lane as well. Like, sure, it's some plates for Fnatic, but a disaster. And it's just overplaying their hand here. Moments before the Rift Herald.
I've just confirmed with production, Dagda. This is me having an inner work. Still, rightfully so, memes aside, in this game somehow.
Yeah, Na'Vi didn't look for the reset to contest this. They're just like, look, we'll just take the gold.
Went in deep, maybe preemptively. Peyz just kept on running.
Razork gave up the good position he had there.
Yep, and now he's going to use the Herald. Combat begins. To get in the Herald, who's it going to be? Razork waits. He wants to smite still with Q, and he might find it, but in the way, Relech starts up the Cyclone. Relech in the back a bit, now flashes out. Meanwhile, Peyz deals with Lospa, and the Olaf is angry again. Sobro can't do anything as Na'Vi steamroll Fnatic. Do not get early game gold leads. They don't do anything.
Realm Warp. Sorry, the Flatty move into lane and then get the...
Like, the Lulu pick here was genius. It's already had a lot of value. He's going to Lila.
Sobro's on towards Peyz here, though. Hiding in the bush.
He's caught out again. Counter-strike down. Tippers is a panic. Razork going to ulti in anyway, but it's a shutdown to Sobro. Razork just wants to be there. Baron's up. That's not going to be taken as Mainta's going to take top lane turret instead. If I had a choice, I'd be a warrior, bro. I'm just telling you right now, I'd be a warrior. I'd love to be in the thick of it. Anyway, Sobro's caught out. Peyz has a stun. This Jax is going to be stunned up first. Here comes Sam D, the follow-up imminent. The ignite on his head, a counter-strike down. Peyz runs in to give him a kiss of death while Mainta takes the kill.
Brave, I think, should just get this. Yeah, Fnatic don't want to try and contest. You're just going to look for the mid-tower and then a little bit of pressure on towards that tier 2 in the top. I think Peyz, though, can just reset, TP to the tower and keep that pressure up.
Culling into Sam D, a little bit of shielding to leverage that for the time being. Because you can't fire onto Upset.
So even as you're getting Mainta threatening the backline, I think Sam D going to be a real threat in these fights. I'm sure like Upset should be able to match it as well, but the Unara I think is just stronger unless she gets caught.
Sending it in, Razork commits flash as well. The Lulu ult forced the flash out of Sam D too. Realm Warp in from Vladdy. Rest of the team not yet. There is Relech, pulls out the Cyclone. The cleanse good, going deep, and Sobro gets a stun. Peyz down. Fnatic, what an angle. Upset flashes in, but maybe a little bit too deep. The stun up from Razork brings 5 back. Sam D doesn't have any shielding left. Fnatic just said go, and it finally worked.
Sam D caught out in river. The amount of vision that Fnatic had on that top side was part of that trade around the Dragon. And Na'Vi end up blundering into it and give Fnatic a Baron. Can Relech steal, though?
Mainta at 5k, 4k.
No
Relech is trying. The monkey over the wall. But still, Relech from under the nose of Razork still gets the Baron.
There was no vision on the opposite side to spot Sam D, but just a good call from Fnatic. And they managed to... And if you can keep this up for Fnatic, but then it becomes very hard for Na'Vi to enter the map.
An angle here. He doesn't have flash. He's going to be spotted out, but into Peyz's waiting arms. He tried. Now at half HP, it is an Aegis assault to get on out, but Mainta's found an angle himself. How will Razork get out of this one? The answer is he won't. That's Fnatic running for their lives. Mainta didn't hold on to the ulti, but for now, Vladdy's going to face check. Or they're going to face check him, but a Cyclone. Perfect angle from Relech. Sends it up. Sobro gets in the backline, but Sam D cannot be crushed with the Lulu by his side. He tries, but this time, Na'Vi are aware. They'll take the fight, and Razork... And even though things looked a little bit close, it is Cloud Soul for this composition, which seems utterly broken. Razork's going to be found here, but there's no Cyclone for Relech to further the catch, as Mainta's been working on inner turret in the bot lane. That will fall with a giant minion wave.
And I think, like, Fnatic is obnoxious to try and deal with.
It is. Bell's almost back up as well. Shirelli is picked up by Paris, so lots of mobility. As Na'Vi have found Razork, he was pitching an angle again, but he might have to pitch a 10 as he finds himself homeless in the enemy jungle. Relech going to spin for that extra movement speed, and Sobro now going to be found out here as well. Mainta, he's just going to whittle him down with an axe. And Sobro pops the ulti, but he's just dead. Relentless swing, easy, true damage, and 2 dead again. the map is yours.
You can try and make these plays when you don't know where Navi's on the map.
Even if he goes the right side around the blast cone. Losper now caught out. Great wild growth. You see, LoLEsports doesn't have ult. He doesn't need it. We said Fnatic were back. Now, that was the start of this weekend or last weekend. I don't know. Fnatic, I don't think are back yet.
Yeah.
Na'Vi are looking maybe like the team that is the gate again around that, because they're going to move to 4-4. From my understanding, what I've been told, they're not confirmed for playoffs. But this all but helps get them to that.
blue wards, so they're going to try and rush down mid to draw Na'Vi out of the position.
The Romwat being used by Vladdy. I think it's a bait for now. Undertow trying to clear the way. Vladdy can't get a rune prison. The Comet Spear not doing much either, but Innitar going to go down for Fnatic. That's a bit of gold to them. Baron will still find its end. Fnatic getting little off of what should be a one-sided play. Will still top mate is on mid. Vladdy got some pressure down in bot, at least relieving some for his own team, but Na'Vi are running in these turrets fast.
Yeah, you can see Manta trying to set up a mid is being matched by multiple members of Fnatic, which is just letting Na'Vi get position on towards top side. Razork might have to send it, but
He just got Tibbers and he's dead. Vladdy at half HP as well, stepped up, gets Cyclone Breath of Light to get him out. Reletcha taking turret damage, but he pulls out Cyclone number 2 on Sobro's head. He goes golden, probably buys him some time, but that turret's dead. Sobro has nowhere to stand anymore. The Arclight of Ruin not needed, doesn't hit, but Culling sending him out. Flash from Upset to get a flash in return, but now Upset's exposed. Fnatic, you didn't think there'd be 2-0, did you? But in the LEC, let's see, we never know. As Na'Vi at 15 minutes took this game, grasped it by the horns, and never let go. Samd clears the ace, and Na'Vi moved to 4, pocketing Fnatic in a 2-0. And I think Jackie's, I mean, this is one of his most comfortable champions of all time.
Yeah, I think it gives you a lot of pressure to answer for G2 side lanes, which is nice. As you say, it kind of adds in a tool that can set up team fights, especially along that Rumble equalizer. So, yeah. Ignar
comes out with Fervor of Battle Leona. I will never forget that moment. His exhaust comes down. Jackie's has Q3. Lethal Tempo up. He gets a knockoff onto Caps as well. Wants to get the flash out. Lethal Tempo gets the kill! Caps didn't expect that little high note. Side, but dagged up. The Grub, or rather the Herald, no, the Scuttle Crap. It's been a long weekend. The Scumon's going to get 6 off it and start Drake.
Yeah, G2 do a good job of commanding the vision around that area. You can see a pink in the banana brush, pink in pixel brush, stopping any sort of follow-up.
Proud. Jackie sends it in with Soul Unbound. Meanwhile, we look towards the bottom lane. Hans Summer close to getting 6. No, he's not. He just steps it up anyway. Once again, gets the Arcane Shift out of Flacken to run away. Lethal Tempo on Jun will pull out his heal. LeBron burned his while Dragon does go down. The mid lane kill doesn't end up happening. Caps didn't burn an ulti, but he got a really sizable chunk on Jackie's again.
Isma coming into the topside jungle, though, basically saying, hey, I want to try and answer for the Dragon, but now it's setting up for a potential dive from Skewmon. Ezreal, though, pretty crucial. Void Grubs started by Giant X here, and with no Ashe there, I honestly, I was about to say, yeah, I think Hans Sama should stop his base and just match the Rumble. There's no point in trying to go back here.
Going to do that. Broken Blade readjust his trajectory. He's going to walk top now as well, but Grub's still going to be taken. Skewmon turns this into a bot lane play. There's the arrow. Now Oscar Renan, is he going to turn or is he going to burn? He's got flash available, the Hawk Shot just in case. Cataclysm flashed away from Flag and drag up, but there's a Cataclysm Dome in the way as Oscar ticks over to Skewmon. Gets some damage down as he walks away himself. Broken Blade's going to clear this top wave. He won't be dove as an Arcane Shift to maximize damage. Isma is being spotted out. Broken Blade is taking this fight.
Did he invade and try and steal away camps, or is he more interested in protecting Broken Blade? Because
does Broken Blade need protecting? Whoa! Eclipse damage on Flack at half HP. Now, if Broken Blade ulti's here...
that's psychotic.
It is, because Isma's nearby. This is quickly going to turn into maybe a dive.
Yeah, this is where I'm saying I think Skewmon needs to move top here. As Broken Blade taking a lot of damage, they will now spot Isma, who's just packing his Q off of that top side.
He's trying, but the arrow's imminent as well. TP. Ulti dodged away from Broken Blade, trying to step away as Skewmon comes in for support. The arrow hits Flacked! And the damage from Skewmon as the last turret shot completes as well.
Caps is getting trade on by Jackie's, but the Mountain Dragon's already been started. And unfortunately, this is like where it gets hard for Flacken and Jun, because you can try and stay underneath your tower, but there's so little vision in that bot side jungle that you have no
First Blood is also 6 and 10 in week 5, the same as a positive goal difference at 14. G2 trying to break that as Broken Blade's being found out. 3 members of Giant X are here. LeBron needs to help him. Encore layered through nicely as the healing is enough to get Broken Blade out of dodge. Takes the lead. It's free in River right now. as Jackie's going to be the next game. G2 use a broken blade, or rather hex that gun blade. Jackie's in as Jackie's dies. And a good punish as G2. On the top side, meanwhile, the dive is just trying to poke out Broken Blade, but the wave is too thin for them to go again.
Yeah, but now you don't really have an opportunity to cover for the mid lane play because you sent 3 members of Giant X top. 1 just died bot, so G2 again opening up. The good news, though, about our stats is G2 are ahead of 14. Giant X got first blood. We will have a decider as to what the real curse is in this
It's going to
game.
change. G2 maybe. I mean, I say that, but 6,000 gold at 14. I don't think I've seen a more dominant early game.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
To just see people run away with games when they get leads.
I don't know. I don't trust it. It is G2, but I don't trust it. We're getting towards playoff season, but Herald's up in a second. There's TP here from Broken Blade, who, while his ultis are missing, he's obviously doing a lot of work in this solo lane. Oscar Rinnan getting hit with everything there.
I mean, Broken Blade just wants to keep up the pressure, right? Riptide, as you say, has spawned. You got push in mid. You're trying to rotate over, so the quicker Broken Blade can get back on the map, the better. He's going to kill.
Is he going to public execution onto Oscar Rinnan? Scumon's here. Great game. Whitecaps are going to get low, though. The flash from Jackie's used, and Isma will shave the kill away for a shutdown. And with this turret as well, objective bounties are up. A good objective and good move from Giant X.
Black had forced the flash and cleanse, though, as Lebrov and Hansam are chasing him down as well. So action in multiple spots. But at least Tower going to be traded for Giant X, and it is a bounty. So a nice bit of gold injected into Jackie's there. And it will be traded by Broken Blade into the top side. But Rift Herald, I imagine, was going to be started by G2, but they're more interested in taking the camps at the moment. It doesn't connect with the 3-prong strike. The exhaust going to do work as well, yeah. Caps, I think, a little cocky. You cannot trade against this Yone when he has the exhaust, especially with Isma in the area to finish up. Still, though, this is what we're talking about, right? Blackhead forced the flash and cleanse, did not want to take that fight at all. G2 get Rift Herald, and Giant X trying to make a pincer move here.
They're trying, but Scumon's in front of them. Oscar might be coming in, but Flag and Drag is tricky. Flacker just used his Arcane Shift. He's in the middle of a Fed Jarvan, and the auto attacks are taking him down solely with that, and Caps just coming in to steal the glory. An angle for Scumon as Broken Blades all finally hits, and the Cataclysm nails 3. A Flag and Drag to go through. Scumon slowly going down, but he's done his job as Broken Blade flashes in, lacerates, and repudiates the enemies. Giant X running for the hills, and this one looks firmly in the grasp of G2. Great comms. Broken Blade might be in trouble here, but as I say that, Jackie's just gets Q2'd. Ulti buffered with his own Broken Blade, baby! Hot damn! He's looking for him. Look at the player profile down below. He's looking for him. Stare him in the eye and say, what up? Jackie's just got smurfed on.
Broken Blade, the pressure on the map. The Rift Tower going to be placed in the bottom lane. G2 shifting to immediately crack open this bot lane tier 2. Giant X are getting styled on.
They are.
Now you're in a position where you have as much information as you need. Skimond, I think, is going to try and solo Oscar Rinnan as well.
Hans has stepped up to this. That's a great arrow, but Hans is still in trouble. This is a TV flank. Oh no. Jackie's ult is buffered as Broken Blade does it again, and half HP. Broken Blade's in the middle of it all. An opportunity for Giant X. Caps will get flaked. It's a 1-for-1, but a shutdown. It doesn't
in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, he's so monstrously fed. That Caps guy. As Baron starts, look at where Isma is. As Jun's found out, Shuriken flip on the Karma. Caps goes into Fog of War. The equalizer down. True Shot Barrage hits him this time. Caps is dead. Double shutdown to Oscar Rinnan. Baron at half HP.
Broken Blade is not here.
Giant X are coming in. Baron is good.
But it's like little windows giving Giant X back into the game, right?
I mean, Oscar Rinnan, he's now got a gold lead over Broken Blade, so he just got double shutdown. Broken Blade in this brush. Who's he going to kill?
Himself.
He doesn't put damage onto Isma. He jumps in a 1v2. Spike comes down. Isma's going to look for the knockup. The arrow saves the day. Flash by Isma. Broken Blade's ulti hits. It's recoverable. Okay. It's a good play. It's a good play, Dax. You like those? TP from Broken Blade just in case. Jackie is going to get an objective bounty, but here comes Caps. Shuriken flip when he's got second part of the ulti to get into range. Broken Blade's going to corner him as well. Jackie's is just going to die here, but how slowly is the question as Shieldbow saves him for now. Shuriken flip there, hops back and dead to Caps. Baron now there. Soul on the reset, Dagda. You know, I think we're back to cleanliness.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to air it all out, you know?
Get it out.
Get it out of the house, open a few windows.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Baron. And Dragon's up in 35 seconds. That's Soul for G2. That's a Cloud Soul. Broken Blade's going to get this bit of gold. Oscar Rinnan's going to die now. He's got Flash. And how he dies, well, he doesn't have Seekers, so there's no way. Yep, Broken Blade just tags him on the way out. Caps gets the kill again. And now it's a 5 versus 4 for Salt. There are 11,000, no, sorry, 8,000 gold up. The reason I said 11, far away from the screen right now.
And that's where they
Baron.
The bottom turret in their sights. And Giant X are all up on the top side. So Caps is going to be the port of call here.
It's an Akali. Jumping in onto Flacken. Can he 1v3? All in from Isma. Okay, Caps is dead. Now Caps is dead. Baron is doing work on bot though. Oscarin's coming in. Equalizer. Oh no. Oh no. Isma's got. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yo, Oscar. He's almost got Equalizer down. Flag and drag from Jarvan finds Isma. Skewmon sent off a little bit. Jud gives shielding. Broken Blade's tagged out. Here we go, the all-in. Isma finds a mark, but onto Broken Blade, it's not enough. Cataclysm gets there as well. Jackies gets a good hold onto Han Summer. He does die, but it is a trade as Oscarin is the other trade. Broken Blade lives. Okay, G2 can do it. Flacken, running for his life. He's going to flash. Skewmon, damage not there yet. Broken Blade looking for his quadra kill. He's got a quadra kill. G2, end it. You had a gold lead at the 14-minute mark.
Look at Flacken. That man is nowhere going near G2. He had a little head shake, he had a little smile. He was like, not today, BB, you do not get a book.
You know what, Dagda, I don't care. BB is going to look for it regardless. Flacken's still in range. The spawn's up in 10 seconds. G2 are on the Nexus turret with an early game gold lead. The Nexus is gonna fall. G2 are gonna win the game with a lead. They save Europe yet again as Flacken not gonna find Caps. The Nexus falls, and that's how you do it apparently.
That would definitely put a wrench into the works for Giant X.
What a Poppy game it would be as well. Rakan, Pantheon, Camille. Poppy is going to get locked in. And yeah, you're right. It's a fantastic Poppy game here.
Consider just like walking through mid lane to get to the other side and maybe try and force lock back a little bit because Jackies might be able to freeze the wave there. But Oscar with the flash.
Oh my god, Oscar's damage. Broken Blade in trouble, but 2 turret shots. Hyper, W sweep, and auto attack. Oscar almost got auto. If Broken Blade got that auto down with Hyper.
Yeah, I thought he would just go for but yeah, big mistake from Broken Blade.
Yep. And for Oscar, I mean, very big meeting. Skewmon's coming down for the gank, and the mega fire kick, the W already up. Skewmon has Flacken against the wall. He didn't get the charge, so that's the difference. LeBron almost dies under turret. Dive, not successful, but Caps is coming here to cement the play. There's no response from a jungler as Caps going to come over the wall. Spots out the ward. Flacken's still in trouble. He has no summons. An Ashen Pursuit with a couple of nails, and he'll be nailing in the coffin. Caps misses, but Skewmon does not. Now for the follow through the Ashen Pursuit. Hans takes the kill. Caps really saved the hell out of that play.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't the Dragon, if he does want to, though, in a kind of response. Jackies is moving down to try and protect his bot lane, but doesn't know where Caps is right now.
It's a danger, isn't it? Jackie's caught out in rotation, though. Here comes Cap, sending everything. Purgatory's going to miss, so Jackie's not slowed. Kiting around really nicely. Great movement, but Skewmon is going to muck this up for him. The nails fly in once more and waiting for an Ashen Pursuit, but Cap's not going to send it. Shockwave is a 2-man, buffered by Caps as he gets on out, but Skewmon turns it into an engages. Flacken flushes out, survives somehow. The kick from LeBron is not going to be enough as Hans Summer flushes in on top of Jackie's, but he's got no mana. Isma comes in to save the day. The shield folds up, but LeBron alive. Hans in 1v2. It's gotten messy. He's trying to take it out, but he's got no mana as well. And Isma takes the kill.
Oscarin gets one as well.
What?
Oscarin cleaned up at the back. He teleported into a ward that was
himself back into Dragon.
But they all pulled off a Dragon, which is giving Oscarin a lot of free time on topside, so they want to get more.
And Flacken has no ulti. This might not be a stun, but to keep his verdict is going to slow him down. Mega fire kick as well. Flacken can't move. Hans Summer claims the kill. I mean, Skewmon is just everywhere this game.
Skewmon needed to make that look for a dive, but G2 quickly moving to that top end to try and defend.
Oscar might be in trouble, but he's going to E away, I think. Isma now spotted on a ward. This counter gank, he knows. Puts up the Aegis. Salt takes the turret shot with it as well. And guess who didn't get out? It's John. Capitalization from Skewmon again. They're just always in the right place to counter.
Brov trying to look for, I was going to say a reset to cover the top tower, but Broken Blade actually just went mid. So you're kind of getting both Flacken and Broken Blade abandoning these side lane turrets, knowing they can't be safe underneath them.
Yeah, that worrying from Broken Blade opens up, so it's going to be a trade. Again, Dragon is going to be the step up from G2, but still a bit of gold here as Oscarin is 1.1k ahead of the curve. A great game on this Camille to open up. 2-0 with Trinity Force. I mean, it might be a worry here for G2.
And he now becomes the focus in fights.
That's just Ashen pursued forward. He's going to get rooted down by the feathers. A fly in from the Grand Starfall. Caps made a big mistake. And Isma's there to punish alongside Flacken.
Oscar isn't punished on the top side, though. Hextech ultimatum with Jackie's ultimate is going to decimate Hans Sama, and that is incredibly difficult to try and keep them away. But now the TP coming in to help out Skewmon.
Jackie's caught on a side lane, as is Oriana. Big mistake. Hammer Shock slow. And waiting for the keeper's verdict, there's a shockwave. Broken Blade is teleported in as suggested, as Dagda told you. Hammer Shock not going to take the kills. Broken Blade orders it down, getting goal back. Meanwhile, we look towards mid lane, and Lebrov's caught out. Hans Sama's up next as well. Oscar made magic happen. 4 members of Giant X snapped down mid.
Oscar is playing so well through this lead.
Purgatory going to be feathers flying instead. And Caps will not get an execution.
Blackhead just about empty.
Doesn't look like he's going to threaten anything yet, as Giant X are on this Herald first. Caps might be in trouble. Hookshot, walkshot, it predicts. Caps tried to ash and pursuit out, be smart with it, but his ritual nails come through and the soul ignition is down. Caps needs help and he gets it from Skewmon again. Running away with the Hextech sweep and the culling. I mean, he is a hero. Skewmon is going to lose the Herald, but he saves Cap's life.
Skewmon, absolute heroics on that play. The fact that not only do you get the kill, but you buy time for Nara on this bottom side to try and trade for the Rift Herald is huge. He may have overstepped here, though.
He's in trouble, waiting. Shockwave's going to bring him back in. Isma doesn't have the ulti. That's up in 5 seconds, so there's...
And Giant X, they want to try and approach, but without Oscar this one ends a bit dangerous. There's the deep TP, though.
He is coming in fast. Broken Blade just runs out of Mega Nara as well. A good advantage maybe for GX to steal as well. Isma comes in now for the fight. Oscar hookshot, wall shot, comes in for the sweep. The quickness, Jun finds 3, and all bundled up together. A present for Giant X. The cozy campfire keeping Skewmon alive as they run for the hills. A blank mid lane turret, only just standing, will stand its ground while G2 retreat.
Jun with the amazing plays there, diving in onto G2 over the wall on this lock.
Sure.
Like, you don't really have a big carry performance coming through from the G2 mid laner, which makes it way easier for Giant X to try and do plays of their own.
Broken Blade's getting dove here. That turret is mincemeat. Ulti gonna go into the wave. He still gets stunned up with Aegis Assault. And now, speaking of, that shield will come in soon, and it's just easily done. Broken Blade is gonna die a staggered death. Quickness was used by Jun, but the kill goes over. And what's the response play from G2? They find Oscar but he's able to survive this for now. Steadfast presence used. Keeper's verdict as well. Oscar does flash away as G2 bring 4 to the top lane show. But mid's now under pressure. Inner turret and bot's now under pressure. G2 do not have the numbers in the lane to defend this.
Now, Hans Sama basically just going to try and stick around and immediately burst down the tower. But as you say, like, plate, spot, tower, mid, isn't quite going to fall. I believe Giant X will have to try and back away from this, but actually TP, they're collapsing on G2.
Oh my god, and that was a back as well. Guess what? Lebrov's gone. Skewmon's in trouble. Steadfast presence not up, or at least not yet. And Hans Sama's going to be put into the ultimate dome. A war present. Oscar does die. Hans does a lot of damage, but in a 1-for-1, Skewmon needs to get out of there. I don't think he's going to, though. As Isma for the chase. Dissonance, the stun negated. That W comes in clutch.
Push out some of these waves and not look to contest.
Till the next one. Fights have been around getting set up on these objectives, so maybe things are from G2's aggression.
Skewmon had the flash. That flash charge could have been the death of Flacket, but nicely done by Hans Sama, keeping the pressure up. As
Flacket, what an egregious place to back.
For a flank of Giant X if they contest here.
Isma to fly in and steal. It's up to him. Grand Starfall after that mistake from Flacket. TP from the back end onto a control ward. 4K, Oscar trying to delay. 3K, he gets in the smite. Isma, no steal. It's G2's as Oscar pulls out the Hextech ultimatum. The keeper's verdict was mega. It gets Jackies out of the show. He didn't even get shockwave down as Oscar is stunned up. Hop over the wall. Oscar still wants to follow up as Jun as well wants his way in the fight, but G2 are getting away. Hands in the air. It's 5 members escaping, now waiting in the brush for a potential another play.
Heist successful for G2.
Purgatory. He's been invisible, but it is one ulti for an execution that under turret will do work. Broken Blade versus Oscar. Is it going to happen? Here we go. Jumping in. Broken Blade ambitious. Isma's on the way. Mega Nara against the wall. Doesn't hit the stun. Caps wants to get himself with ritual nails. Broken Blade goes into mini, but here comes Caps. Finally, it's Purgatory, but only onto Isma. It's enough. Finally, we see him, the Hall of Legends, legend himself. It's Caps contributing to this game.
This feels more like hell for Giant X. They've been playing so well, doing the right things, but against G2, it's one mistake, and you end up losing out. G2 cracking open turrets in the center, in the bottom lane. Giant X. Amazing.
Scumon's pop, I mean, it's just, as much as I'm trying here to give Giant X benefit of the doubt and glaze them, I mean, G2 now 2,000 gold up. Oscar steading in, hookshot, wall shot onto Caps. Maybe it was too early of me. He flashes out, but he gets knocked up. He's dead. Oscar, great dive, finally using that Grand Starfall. Broken Blades just run out of Meganar. Where's their engage? Hansama holding onto the culling for now as Giant X numbers advantage, 45 seconds. And any pursuance that came through off the Baron buff is now halted as Giant X turn into their own siege.
And someone might just try and culling the wave though, keep people away. Oscar in.
Step up, Oscar going deep and a wall! Scumon was waiting for you. 4 versus 4, feathers on the ground, shockwaves a 2-man, great damage. A spear from a Comet. Isma doesn't connect though, as Hans looks for a new angle. And Oscar went a bit too deep.
G2 don't need to overpush for this though. They're interrupting.
Hello, hello, hello. Scumon, guess who we found again? 2-man keeper's verdict. There's a culling from downrange. Isma's getting low. Hans steps up, flashes over the choke. The feather's there. He's still going in. He's dead. A bit too ambitious. And ambitious really is killing the members of both teams. Jackies comes in, takes out Lebrov with a dissonance. And now for the Aegis, Soul to give movement speed. A Comet Spear dodged. It is only Broken Blade who left standing as Caps comes in. Wait. A perfect locked angle. He needs 5 seconds to send them all to purgatory. The ritual nails 2, no, only 1 onto Jackies. He's got a surge, a W to heal him up, an Ashen pursued over the wall. Jackies on the chase. There's no objectives. This game's still undecided. My favorite game of the weekend so far, that's for sure. Hansama stepping forward onto Flack and culling comes out, unleashes as John gets the quickness down, but Hansama got too much damage down. Away the steadfast, no, a verdict from a keeper, and Oscar, where are you going? Scumon says no, again, hammer shock, a boulder, his escape no longer possible, and this Poppy, a thorn in the side of Giant X.
Every time Hansama has unleashed on Flackett, it has been disastrous for Giant X. They scramble to save him, but it cannot be done. G2 gets a Baron.
This lens, if only for 1 tick. His grand escape begins. Isma on the way in while Broken Blade is just going to keep going. He's going to need attention as well. He's going to back away, teleport back in if need be. Dagda, Giant X coming in for this?
No, and that's why I think BB was just kind of holding on to the teleport. Doesn't want to invest it unless Giant X are committing to this. Higlights have been a little away from Broken Blade's comfort zone in having Meganar for a lot of them.
He's getting whittled down for now. This is about to be a Meganar. Giant X have run into this. Judd not going to be sent away, but Broken Blade does it for him. Isma flies on him, but sent out with the keeper's verdict. It's 1-for-1 for now. Broken Blade is dead, but Hansama flashes forward onto Oscar. Scumon puts him in his place again. Hansama back to the wave, dies. Burned down by Flackett. Isma's come back in. He's flashed in for the stun. Caps in trouble. Flackett flashes back as well. The feathers are truly flying. It calls to him into melee range. Scumon's going to die. Flackett flew. He bloody flew, Dagda.
Flackett's exhaust completely rinses Hansama, and with that play alone, Giant X might have just won the game.
It looked free. There's flash for flash, but Lebrov is just trying to slow down the next wave. There's 2 minions here. They're quite low. The next wave being held by Lebrov, but he is a one-shot. The minions, if they don't do it, Jackies will. An ace, an electrocution. We are going to game 3. Giant X pull a rabbit out of the hat against G2, and the distance will be traveled in this best of 3.
The downside of this Nara build is you're very squishy. Giant X found the play onto Broken Blade.
Would you like a little bit? Just a crumb?
Looks like they're looking.
They would like a crumb.
So
No.
okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, the Gwen. So,
Okay, we wanted, I will just say, we said right before the break, we wanted Jund to play engage. Bard definitely is engage. I did not expect it to be literally the only...
Oscar has to step up. I don't know if or when Scumon can get up here.
Potential gank mid though.
Yeah, more important is this lane, isn't it? Waiting for the flash frost. Jackies has no flash. He's going to step up, clear the wave, goes into hammer form. Now beats back Lebrov, but he knows he's dead. It's just about the who. Sonic wave going to be taken. Kill gets taken by Scumon as well, and it's a good punish of the flashless mid laner.
Nicely done. Mid once more.
Isma spotted out moving down bot though. This is third scuttle, all eyes for both junglers on this bottom side of the map. Cap's got 6 first, goes push. Jackie's all in, trying to get egg form. Flash Frost comes in at short range, but Jackie's has the damage almost going down to egg. Caps is close, crystallized there. Egg out. Scumon coming in, looking for a safeguard. Sonic wave, no flash, remember. Jackie's dead again. Scumon right where he needs to be. That man's always on time.
Nicely done.
Giving up the scuttle. Scumon gets a kill. Worthwhile trade. Dragon wasn't started. Isma, Shadow Dash. He walks into it. Sonic Wave going to be taken. Scumon got level 6 in the interim. will not take that Q2, as Jun is also covering the play here with Jackie's on the respawn. Flash Cosmic Binding, it connects. Wait, the Javelin toss as well. A pounce, a swipe, a prowl, but kicked away. Sonic Wave is, but flashes the match anyway, but will it cost his life? Yeah, you're damn sure it will. Jun now needs to escape. A magical journey will be taken, but Skewmon investment into information topside.
I mean, wanted to see if there was camps up to take, but Skewmon is not letting him do it. He's been very diligent on how he's been 6 for LeBron, especially as, you know, Oscar is getting a little bit more dangerous. Mid's getting a bit more dangerous.
Egg just came up. This is half HP. Satchel charge used. Magical Journey going to come in. Lebrov holds the fort. Only gets one, but Isma will not be able to get the Javelin toss. Cosmic Binding sidestep as well. Hansama had no mana, so he had to use his feet.
He was dancing back and forth there,
John. He just used the Magical Journey. The kick away is not an execution, though. Tempered Fate, Flash, Tempest, Cripple. Skewmon gets a kill regardless. In comes Lebrov. Flash not up, but a Shadow Dash is. Sonic Wave kited by Isma. And a Javelin toss to boot. Would rely on those Lichbane autos there with Javelin toss missing again. 30 seconds till Drake in this fast-paced game. Looking towards mid, heel burn by Lebrov. Isma in a bit of trouble, but Jackie's up against a Crystallize. He's bought back, but he's still taunted. Sonic Wave doesn't connect from Skewmon. Nor does the Javelin toss. Both junglers throwing a whiff here, but 20 seconds till the Drake. It's away from that Herald timer, which means the push here from G2 can lead them to more bot side dominance.
The reset from Flacket in the bottom lane, though, has given Ziggs a lot of time with this tower in the bottom side, so he's going to get some very nice plating for himself as well. So again, G2 kind of turning up the heat onto Giant X. And Giant X just don't really have a good response. And especially as a poke composition, being behind like this is devastating.
Jackie's not going to get stunned up. Isma comes in yet again. Caps must fly. Tempered Fate going to catch him. He has no flash. Crystallize in the way. A trap on his body. Everything thrown. A shutdown to Jackie's in the face of Dragon spawning.
Well, he'd been started by Skewmon, but now the Caps is dead in the mid lane. Doesn't have the help that he needs to do to actually try and finish it out. Resets coming through as well for G2 with the AD carry and top laner. He's a Giant X. Great pick, and it nets them the Dragon.
Punishing Caps' flash. No Onivia. No reinforcements from G2. And their first Dragon
is
again.
to try and go towards Jackie's in this bottom side, but I believe Skewmon, won't be able to get into position. So it's a nice take here by Giant X. I think Ziggs could take mid lane tower, though, if they're quick enough on this as G2.
He's playing between poking off the rest of GX and looking towards midwave. Midwave now the final call. Herald goes down. Scuttle might be taken as well. Flacket getting zone coming back in. And they're just stagnating, minimizing what Giant X can do.
Broken Blade kind of low. Isma going to immediately try and move up
Here it comes. He's dethroned. Nidowork comes out. The Shen ulti as well. The flash from Broken Blade. He remounts almost. But a Shadow Dash under turret. Oscarin about to die. Blocked by Lebrov for the time being. But in comes Isma for a double. That was a second of being bad as the flash comes in. Kick from Skewmon. Sonic Wave. Resonating strike. A Tempest. A Cripple. A couple of legs on this Pussycat. And with a double given back over, it is a 2-for-2 trade.
Skewmon manages to rectify the play in the top lane. It was nice from Giant X, but Hansama might be caught. Flacket can't get there for the trap.
He can't get out, but he flashes forward, gets the autos in the heel as well before any reaction comes through from Hans.
Nicely done by Giant X, punishing Hansama as he steps up. And Jun, the Temper Fates have been on point. You called it out earlier on, Hysterics. And they're continuing to rain down and rain issues for G2. Skewmon at least getting that here. Now 30 seconds until Dragon, so it is still going to be a focus on Dragon after this in just a moment, but G2...
I mean, I can't count days as Sonic Wave. Not going to be taken.
Broken Blade's in the area, though. They want to try and collapse on this quickly. Giant X want to poke G2. If they can find that engage with Broken Blade, can stop it.
Cosmic Binding, beautiful from Jun. Damage, Shock Blast. Look at the poke onto Caps, who doesn't have Egg. Spear. Blocked by Lebrov. Broken Blade has just shown himself without the charge. Magical Journey, Bed Trap on a rope. A Javelin toss. In goes Isma. Maybe not charged. Broken Blade goes through a Magical Journey. That clan is wild. Broken Blade's going to die. And a Cosmic Binding flashed away from. Out goes Hansama. But Broken Blade just ran into death.
And that leaves Oscarin with a tier 2 tower in the top lane. G2 fumbled the play. And it's a disaster. Oscarin, can you get out here, though?
Man United is going to bring out some of the pieces as well in the Halloween Mist. It won't matter. A Shadow Dash, a stun. Skewmon will get the kill again. I mean, Caps does need some resources. Skewmon 6
the lead that G2 had in the gold, that they'd be able to find these moments to push Giant X away. But Giant X have done a good job of attacking the side lanes, keeping up the pressure, and especially Oscarin now having a 2-level advantage over Broken Blade. It's just drawing so much attention from G2.
Cap's trying to make a lane gank. Here's a kick away. Jackie's been found out. He does have flash, but he goes on the Hans Armor instead. Skew on Majors killed his AD carry. Oh no! Flacken finds the ulti through. The weaving is. Skewmon gets one himself, but again, he keeps picking up all the kills and none for anyone else. 7-0. A 1-for-1. Jackie's for Hans.
Broken Blade is giving up bot lane again, though, to try and move towards mid lane, and Giant X have traded 1-for-1. This is again G2 just not having the engage that they want to set up this play. And this mid lane tower continues to stand.
A stun from Caps does good damage. Lebrov, a shadow dash away from the javelin toss. Meanwhile, we look towards bot. This setup coming through now. Stand United, they're going to overwhelm Oscarinin, but in a 1v3, he's doing okay. Got true damage. Need to work out. A bit of danger, but Broken Blade this time will remount. Oscar flashes over to Sonic Wave, catches him by the toe. Nothing down on this bottom side of the map except Ego. This game, they have been trying to do something. Pressure's never off. Look, Isma gets a camp. He's like, hang on a minute. Should we go mid again? Jun's here. Here comes Tempered Fate once more. And guess who they caught again? Hans Summer has no flash. Javelin Toss going to be blocked. Cosmic Binding is a two-man show. Beautiful again. Lebrov Shadow Dash to get him on out. The kick onto Isma's going to make a trade. But Skewmon, he needs to do a little bit more. In the Glacial Storm, Caps is picking them down. Ice cold as Oscarinin's needlework is doing even more. Skewmon needs to get out of a Magical Journey. A Cosmic Binding. Flash away from the Lee Sin. Jun's setup. Oscar's flank, Flak gets damage. Maybe mid will finally now fall down.
This Lee Sin is 10-0, but it doesn't, it's just not enough.
Damage, Oscar stands in, Caps about to be an Onivia, blocked by Lebrov. Again, he'll save Caps as
The
passive.
advantage that Giant X has, I think you do just hard shove mid and try and draw G2 out of this hobble that they've set up for themselves.
Taking the whole block by Skewmon, took no damage. It's a level 16 Lee Sin. Lebrov found on a flanking position. Charge going to be used and Stand United onto Flak, and he can't escape. Shadow Dash, a two-man, the dive from G2 and the kick! Insane. Mega Inferno Bomb dodged away by Isma. G2 have all five as Lebrov and Caps both survived to play another day, but that's what you need to see from G2. Send it and put the orbs on Broken Blade to teleport in.
They send it past two different towers, but they get flacked. They somehow are holding on, and this Baron is now started, but the poke from Giant X is not to be sniffed at.
Isma walks in with the rest. Oscar over the wall. Broken Blade the threat. Caps, he's going to DBS this down quick. Giant X need to pick a fight. No Tempered Fate available. The poke, Hans Summer at half HP already has to turn and burn onto Jun. He's going to do exactly that. Meanwhile, Oscar and Broken Blade hatch it out. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Hans Summer, he's not dead. It's Lebrov. Satchel Charge used, disengaged. Kick was used by Skewmon. Need to work. Two from Oscarinin, left to go. Skewmon at half HP. Looking for an angle. Baron, not deep regulated for now. Jackie's, did he just flash for that? He's going to turn onto Caps next, but a bit bold. Oscar steps forward into the Hallowing Mist. Baron is stopped. He ended game. That's who's going to win. Baron still standing, but Dragon taking Soul Point. Tempered Fate on Skewmon. He gets a Sonic Wave, but he's in the middle of everyone. A spear about to connect. Jumps onto Jackie's instead. Sonic Wave will be taken. Skewmon is the raid boss. Where is the damage? Someone has to kill him at half HP. Cosmic Binding. The poke finally, no. He gets over the wall into Flacket. He's in the whole team. Somebody kill him. Flacket seizes him. Now, Giant X, will they continue the fight? A Glacial Storm in the middle. The Articuno sends down the ulti and zones. Skewmon didn't. Okay. Just because I have a shutdown doesn't mean I can't get shut down. Okay. Baron is on wards. Dagger, Giant X are going to start it.
This is a little risky, though. Yes, you don't have Lee Sin, but G2 wants you in this one spot where they can try and all in.
Look at Hans Summer. 3K, 2K, Satchel. A steal!
Oh my God!
Hans Summer blows Baron to pieces. Topside. Hans needs to get nearby. Look how far back this Ziggs is standing. He's not taking risk. Only comes up to potential Satchel and get a Q closer to Flacket.
Lebrov actually being that other split pusher, feeling a little bit like Hillisang in this one, as he knows that he has that Stand United, which is the most valuable part of his kit. And Lebrov is massive. Like, he has a full maw at this stage.
Isma, Protobell, crystallized down the storm, the flash, he gets out. Here's a charge. It might find Jun. Instead, it finds Isma again. He wasn't fully on out. Broken Blade just sends it in. He's going to dismount for now, but he needs to get back on the bicycle. No opportunity with the network slicing through Skewmon for the kick, the disengage, but he too is dead. A double back over to Flackhead. Nothing up for a minute.
He's desperate to go all the way. But it's Jun with the Tempered Fate. Jun with this binding as BB tries to go for the knockback that collects spectacular on this Bard.
0, 2, and 10. They also be an insane accomplishment. Spear connects as well. Everything, all the poke into Onivia. Caps us down, at least for the time being. He's going to go fully down to the ground. Flak gets damage, a combo with Jackies and the spears. They're doing so much work. Oscar in, he flushes into Han. Some of the needles are working. Jun will take the kill, but 2 in the ground. G2 have 50 seconds to survive.
I don't know if they can though. Giant X are running down this bot side. They have so much damage, and G2 don't have the bodies.
Broken Blade has to back. He's taking a while to do so. He needs to get there to support. No charge. 3 versus 5. The poke comp from Giant X had to get ahead. They stayed ahead. They played it to fruition. LeBron on death's door as Oscar is running down Broken Blade. He's meant to be the Kled God, but Oscar's putting him in his place with a pair of scissors. Broken Blade remounts. Yes, he will survive, but GX have taken down LeBron. They've cleared G2, and with this comp, they lock in playoffs. What a style of class from Giant X in a Game 3.
I doubted that Giant X would be able to pull off a composition like this, but the gentlemen handshake each other after that one.